always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Well, Ivan, we might have 10 billion people living in South Florida if the weather stayed like this year-round.
Right. No, we don't want that. So
right.
we got to get some rain in here at some point. But for the weekend, that's important here. Our Basel and everybody joining us. It is fantastic. No complaints. Temperatures in the mid and upper 60s. Going to be really nice tomorrow and heading into Sunday. And we've gotten rid of those extreme temperatures. Exaggerating, of course, there for us. But it has been chilly with 40s and 50s. But there's the frontal boundary that's not doing much. A little bit cooler up to the north. That cold air is never going to get to us. We're going to get a northeast wind off the water, and that's just going to keep us mild throughout the weekend. And in fact, a warm up heading into the early part of next week as the jet stream orients itself where it favors us getting warm conditions here along with the rest of the southeast. But jet stream's always undulating here, and there it is for Thursday of next week. It'll dip in south just enough to push a cold front through, and we're going to need that because temperatures are really going to warm up, low to mid 80s for the early part of the week, and then we'll get back into the 70s towards the end of the week. So it's not the kind of cold front that'll make us really chilly at night. It'll just get temperatures back where they should be. That is the warming trend heading into early next week. There is the front coming in on Thursday. We'll have late Wednesday and then on Thursday, and we'll actually get some rainfall associated with it. Not big rain, but a little bit. We got to get something in the bucket here. It has just been bone dry. 0 so far in December, and we ended November pretty dry as well. So there is next weather rain tracker, just a slight chance of an onshore shower here, a sprinkle I would call it. That would be about it for your upcoming weekend, and then heading into early next week, same deal. It's just the temperatures are going to start moderating. Rip currents on the high side, so be careful if you're headed out to the beach. If you're dipping in the water, we get a lot of rip currents here this time of year, and when you get winds like that, that is what favors them. Northeast winds for boaters 10 to 15 knots, and we'll look at moderate chop conditions for the Atlantic waters and the Florida Keys. And yeah, I mean, you wake up early enough, these are the morning lows, so say around 6 a.m. that's a temperature, that's what it'll look like. Upper 50s to lower 60s. We did that this morning, the day before, and so we're still hanging on to that. It's just by the afternoon there'll be a bigger gap as far as the temperatures. We'll get back into upper 70s to lower 80s. Forecast then for the weekend, checking in with temperatures nice and comfortable. Humidity is still very low, so that is not going to be a factor. And again, it is just dry from top to bottom here with a very slight chance of a sprinkle coming off the water, particularly along the coast. There's the warm up into next week in the 80s, followed by that bigger cool down towards the end of next week.